Hello, my name is Dylan Magana, and this is my ethics in the workplace presentation. So what is ethics, in the workplace? Ethics in the workplace is basically the specific set of rules, and moral and legal guidelines that an organization may abide by. These guidelines, they typically influence the way that employees and customers alike interact within an organization. Obviously, in essence, a workplace with ethics would guide the organization's way of serving its clients and basically how they treat and the treatment of their employees. So examples of, ethical behaviors in the workplace include, obviously obeying company rules, effective communications, taking responsibilities, accountability, professionalism, and just a mutual respect within, your colleagues at work. So obviously with that, people may ask, why do companies usually like fail these guidelines when it should be so simple, so easy? Well, obviously, businesses, the reasoning why they fail ethics in the workplace is for these five major reasons. One would be gender diversity. Obviously, there needs to be more women in the workplace. And obviously, with some companies, more men are employed than women, which is a major issue. So obviously, with that, that's a reason. Sexual harassment, that's a pretty viable issue that's going on in companies nowadays that needs to be resolved because there's a lot of forms of sexual harassment that goes on that doesn't have to just be do just sexual acts. It can be even just touching or just saying provocative things. That's can be sexual harassment that happens. Lack of communication. Obviously, there's a lot of the major reason why companies be failing is like just the miscommunications that happens within like colleagues and employees and employers. Uh, just communication needs to be better, and they have to that'll obviously make it better for people to understand what the rules are within the company and know what they're doing. Discrimination, that's a major one, which I'm about to be explaining. That's an issue that I want to talk about more so in the video and in my presentation. Discrimination can come in any forms and fashions, from race to gender to sexual orientation, and to race, to age too. Age is a big one, and I think that's an issue that really needs to be resolved. And it's been going on for so long, and it's still going on to this day. And lack of social responsibility is my last reasoning. So obviously for discrimination, the federal and state laws, they prohibit any forms of discrimination in the workplace under the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. And basically the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is basically in charge of overseeing the enforcement of the rules and regulations and governing that act, which specifies how employees should be awarded equal opportunities for all their employees, regardless of their race or their ethnicity. So with that, that's a major issue that's going on. Like, discrimination is very horrendous, and it's still an issue that still happens. And obviously, I would have some experience with that, me being black, I have to deal with that a lot. So, I feel like some solutions to help fix this issue, especially the major issue, is obviously following the law, Title VII, making sure that there's equal pay for everybody. There should be equal rights, equal treatment for everybody, diversify, obviously employing more women in the work field, especially in some high-end jobs. I feel like that should be happening more. That should be occurring more. And equal pay too. That'll go into the specified to diversify too. Educating the management and diversity and harassment. Obviously, making sure giving everybody knowledge on it can make it less likely for it to happen. Obviously, because